So basically, I just started the recording. So first, let me talk again with another video, and you can just introduce yourself.
All right, today we're here with Carlos Andres, as some of y'all know me.
Yeah. As you can see, like and here we're gonna be going deep, like right when we went, I don't know, right. So he
Right,
was introducing himself. So I told him, instead of introducing yourself, like your name, your height, and whatever what you do, because those are the things that you was told. That's you, right? Because I really believe that we don't really know who we are, but the best way to explain yourself, the best way to introduce yourself is by your characters, right? 'Cause
right,
that's what
without
I see. Because if you say I'm Carlos, I'm 6'1", and everybody can see that, right? If they know your name, but
a
if you can say that I'm Carlos, right? I'm an honest person, and I'm the person that thrive to make it happen, whether I'm saying everything's favoring me or not. It's like those are things that people don't see unless they really know you. So it's like that's more like you. Those are something that you like people to know about you because those are real important, right? Not just your 6'1" or your name. I don't know
right.
if you
They just know of you, but they don't know you. If that makes sense.
they don't know you, but that's what I'm saying. They don't know you, but that's basically you though. That's why people want to make connections because they need to know your real self. So it's
Right,
in the
right,
people know that that's not really you. It's just outside. And I'm
right.
not everybody should know, but it's like the people that really come in your life.
Yeah, that's without a doubt. I mean, everybody is like different with everybody. Like people have different personalities and different aspects on people at a different time. If that makes sense. Like you see, I can meet somebody in the street, and of course, I'm not gonna like show them who I am and this and that as fast as I would like show somebody else like my like funny part of me, my serious part, if that makes sense. You get what I mean?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I'm just trying to see like what I'm saying where your head is at before I start. So that's why I'm gonna ask you these questions. So what do you think life is in your experience? And I'm saying because I believe everybody have a different view of life. So let's say you're young, you're probably 17, and in your 17 years, what do you think life is to you?
life to me, I mean, without a doubt, you gotta live for something. You can't just be out here, lost and just doing anything.
Yeah.
You you gotta have a good mindset. You gotta follow something. Me personally, I'm a Christian, so I try my best to live by Christ, if that makes sense. I mean, but to me, I'll say life is Ah, that's actually a very good question. I never actually thought of that. But to me, life is living for Jesus. That's what it
Yeah.
is. So every day being the better self and better version of yourself that you could be, doing
So
your best on not being an average person.
can you explain a little bit like what that mean? Like basically being a Christian and basically your life is making you, I mean, pushing you to become better every day. So what does that mean? Like, because in the religion we can just say like stopping sinning and just becoming a good person every day. If that's what you mean, I understand. But or unless you have deeper explanation,
Mm,
of that, because I want to
no,
understand.
without a doubt. No, I wouldn't say it's just about being a good person because a lot of people could be good people, and I mean it's nothing wrong with that. It's just me personally. When I say I'm a Christian, it's not just about stop sinning. It's about trying my best to become closer with God, reading my Bible. I mean, just doing stop being lazy, just doing stuff that's productive and not just that. Understanding the word of God and living it. I mean, I'm not saying of course every day you're gonna you're gonna have your best day, this and that. No, you're gonna have off days where you sin without a doubt because nobody's perfect but Christ. But
I mean,
that's what it is.
I
Does that
can
make
agree.
sense?
I can agree with
Repeat
that
that.
because that's for the most part that's my idea on life too. For the most part, you have to live life according to how God wants you to live it. Because this is the universe is His, the earth is His, so He can't just come and do what He want. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do according to what He wants you to do because He knows you more. He got you here for a reason. So,
Right.
talking about God having us here for a reason, do you think you know or you have an idea what would be your reason to be on this earth?
What would be my reason to be on this earth?
Or
I
you
mean,
think you're still figuring it out, like you're young and stuff like that?
no, I think I know the answer to that question. Personally, me, I think I'm on this earth to spread the word of God and let people know who He is.
I like that.
That's what I.
You said that right off the bat, and a lot of people don't get to that. And even me, I didn't know at your age. Like I was just living life, like you know what I'm saying, just waiting for something to happen. Just you know what I'm saying, assuming I'm a good person, even though you are, but you still assuming because you don't know yet. You don't know what God is thinking, right? You can be doing something right, but at the same time, to God, there's something about it that's not right. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing people talk about that too. My whole life I've been a good person, but I know when I was doing these things, I was doing it for people to praise me, not for God. So it's like sometimes there's always not perfection when you do something for God. But you knowing basically what you need to be doing is perfect, bro. It's perfect. So what do you think you're gonna start doing that, or have you already started doing that, or what's your plans about doing what you were meant to do? Because I feel like that's the whole purpose of my videos, the whole purpose of me
Hold up.
being
Let me
here.
my fault to interrupt you.
Uh,
My fault to interrupt you. You lagged a little. Can you repeat what you said?
I said, you knowing what you want to do is already a big step because I didn't know that. And that's the whole purpose of me doing these videos. And that's the whole purpose of me trying to basically do this because I really want people to understand that there's more to life. It's not just about what you want or what's cool or what's being given to you. It's more so what God wants you to do or what's your purpose. And at the same time, you go around solidify yourself because once you decide to do your purpose and God is with you, you're gonna get attacked by everybody. Like it don't matter who. It's like people that didn't care about you is gonna start attacking you because you just with God. They can see the difference. Basically, you left them behind, and they don't like that. So that's basically my purpose of making all these videos. And it seems like you know what's the next step for you. So I just want to know what's your plans or how you gonna make it happen or where you at.
What's my plans as in for this year,
For doing
like
the
life wise?
most important job, which is you saying that you know that God brought you here to bring people to Him.
Right. I mean, without a doubt. I mean, I would like to be an influencer. Like that's something I would like to do. And with that comes people that recognize who you are. They see what you do, how you improvise yourself. Like you know. So without a doubt, I would like to let people know the word of Jesus Christ and who He is and what He done for people. So I would like to be like an influencer and help people understand who Jesus Christ is.
So
That's my step as in this year. I would like to like try to get a lot of my friends more involved with Christ because I know for a doubt, when you're young, your mindset is not as mature. Of course, you're not always gonna make the right decisions. So it's like the people around me, of course, we made mistakes and all that, but I'm trying to get back to God if that makes sense.
and this is one of the things I believe in too. When you're meant to be doing something great, especially when before you find out what you're meant to do, the devil will always come and get you. Like the devil will always come and get you for a ride, and you know what I'm saying you confuse, take advantage of you, and that's most likely the most people that are caught up with the devil are the people that was meant to do big things because the devil try to do everything possible to make you to derail you, but at the end you always come back. And when you come back, you are strong as possible because you already know the camp of the enemy, so you know how to fight it better. That's what I think.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, when you try to get closer with God, the devil tries to get closer to you, like all these your mind, like all these lustful thoughts, just sin comes to your mind. I feel that's something I've struggled with myself. I would say as I try to get closer with God, like a lot of stuff in my mind comes like, oh nah, go out and do this, nah, like
Yeah, for
spend
sure.
less time with God. If that makes sense. It's distractions, but you got to be strong minded and understand that you can't let those little stuff distract you from your purpose.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. You already like deeper than most people. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk to a lot of people your age, but they're not like you. They don't understand the difference between those two thoughts. And if the fact that you already know it, even if you're still making decisions that are not right, you're still on the right path because you know the difference. So it's only a matter of time where you get strong enough to start taking the right ones all the time. And that's the
Mm.
hardest thing. Basically, you already did the hardest battle, which is differentiating the wrong and the right one. So all you have to do is focus on the right one. And with time, that's going to come. That's going to come. And you're only 17. And when that comes, that's when everything good starts coming in your life because you're only focusing on the right things. So that was my problem. And I literally had to go through that like last year, and I'm 24 right now. So it's like you 17, so you have a long way, and which is good, bro. I like to see
Right,
people
right.
taking time and go there. It can look like you just, you know what I'm saying, you're around your friends. They probably don't even know this about you. I don't know if they do or not. You just there, but they
Nah,
don't.
nah, they do, they
Sometimes
do.
you put in the work when they're not there, and the work is not even that hard. You just relax and think and know like Ask yourself questions. Why am I here? What I need to do? What's going on? Like, why am I thinking like this? And boom, boom, you just get to know things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I feel as with a lot of people, I feel as some of us, I wouldn't say we're like ashamed of like our religion or our traditions or our culture. I would say we're more so not brave enough, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like you wanted to speak up about something, I'm pretty sure like once in your life, ask a question or something, but you just weren't brave enough to ask it, if that makes sense. It could have been out of shyness or something, so
For sure. Like I could have started these videos years ago, but I didn't. Right. But this is one of my philosophies. If you really want to do something, pain is gonna bring it out of you. Right. When you're tired of being in one position, you don't have no other thing to do but this. That's when you get the courage and the motivation and everything to do it. That's what happened to me, right? I never saw myself doing this. It's like I'm the type of person I was quiet and I was like on my shell. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a blade. I used to play football in our team. If the coaches know, they can tell y'all I was the quiet one, even though I was stronger than all of them. But people be trying to pick on me, but they don't. They're doing the sneaky way, like you know what I'm saying, trying to play with me. I was still calm. I could have did some crazy stuff, like you know what I'm saying, fight them, do things, but I didn't. I was just not like I was in my shell, like you know what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to show up. And now look, I'm not even that's not me no more. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But the reason that changed is pain. It's like God is saying, you're gonna keep doing that, I'm gonna give you problems. And then it let me free. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you tell somebody or when you try to put somebody on game, whatever it is, like Jesus, God, whatever, they don't take it, just leave them. When life get hard, they're gonna be like, oh, Carlos, what was you talking about the other day? You said God can save you from these problems. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta plant the seed and leave it there. That's all you have to do.
nah, that's right. Because I mean, I wouldn't say everybody, but it's
I
like,
mean,
for
the
example,
good
a lot of
people.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even people. You could say, for example, people like men in prison, women in prison. Like a lot of people often get closer with whatever religion they follow once they go into places like that, or they get in a certain situation, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, not that I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that, because of course everybody has a different story and a different path with their religion or whatever they believe in. It's like they get a lot of people often get closer with their religion when, I want to
When
say,
they're at the
what is that
lowest.
word? Yeah, when something tragic, like something dramatic, happens in their lifetime.
Yeah. Like,
If
because
that makes sense, that's when they feel the need to get closer.
it's only
Now
natural. Let's
go on.
one example. Like if I'm making money and everything's good in my life, I'm probably gonna keep God in set number two. I'm just making my money. But if I'm struggling, I'm damn near homeless. God is always gonna be number one. It's natural. Like you know what I'm saying. That I feel like that's what happens
Right,
to a lot of people. And for me, I said, I say I always have God number one. But it's like my mindset was wrong. Like you know what I'm saying. I had to go in my mind and change everything. Like you said, like listen to them and be like, nah, this is not what I want. And I noticed I used to focus on the wrong things all the time, and that's not easy to change. And I can't. That's when I found out too. Music is messing you up more, because it's like music. You don't have a control. You don't have a control mechanism to stop the lyrics going from your to your subconscious mind. You don't have that part where you be like, nah, I want to believe in this or I don't want to believe in that. Everything just goes. That's why when even when you listen to a song once and you like it, you're doing your chores, it's only natural you start singing it like, oh, what am I doing? Like you just stop yourself. So that's what I noticed, that music just goes straight in your mind, like in your real mind. And I'm like, I don't like that. Because if I'm
right.
talking to you, you can tell me something and I can choose to believe or not. So I have a way to block what I don't want, what I don't want to believe. I can just take what's good. But music, you don't have that. It goes in there because you relax to it. You know what I'm saying? That that's one of the things
Right.
too that poison people's minds, especially us young black people. We listen to murder music, drugs, and all that. And I'm telling you, when you really coming back on the path, like you want to be on the path of God, and you really good at listening to your mind, everything's gonna come back there.
Mm. Now that's very true what you're saying. I feel as a lot of us program a lot of unnecessary stuff into our brain. For example, something that you said, a lot of young people and young ladies listen to a lot of like, I wouldn't say ghetto music, but music that has to do with violence
Yeah,
and certain topics that are kind of like, why is you talking about that, like at this age you're doing that. I feel as like a lot of men, like we often say, well, oh yeah, like I wouldn't do this or do that because, oh, what a woman could say out her mouth. Does that make sense? Like a lot of the stuff people say out their mouth is powerful. I can't even lie.
It
Like
is.
if I was to sit here and say something crazy like about religion, women, other men, whatever the case is, it's like you got to be careful with what you say, especially in this time, because it's like words are very powerful nowadays, and what you program into your head is like eventually you're gonna start to talk like that,
But
act like that.
the thing is too,
So
bro, if you only smart, you don't even gotta be a scientist, right? You can just look that everything around us is small program, and they put there, and then it become a mantra. They keep repeating it, and then you start believing it. That's what they're doing to us at a big scale. And
right,
to me, it's not even hard to see no more. It's just right there. Like
right.
everywhere, same thing.
Yeah, no, that's without a doubt. Even at school, not even music related, but it's a lot of topics. Like I hear people, oh well, it's easier for them to do it because they know him, they did this, their parents is that, and you're Hispanic, you're out of color, this and that. I mean, a lot of that stuff I feel as it's just excuses. I feel as no matter what you are, what you do, if you put your mind into something to a goal or whatever you want to accomplish, you will do it. Cause
Yeah,
me, I wouldn't say I've accomplished everything I've ever wanted to, or I'm halfway there. But it's like most of the stuff I put my mind to, I will get it done. And even if I don't, I've tried my best. It's like a lot of people, they don't even try because of like what they think they know. Like for example, if they tell you, "Now you can't really do that because that's not really the type of person like you'll fit on that table." This and that. It's like a lot of people quit before they even start. If that makes sense.
yeah. And the people that always say that don't do this, this is not you, or you're not gonna make it, is the people that don't believe they're gonna make it anyway. So it shouldn't. That's why I believe you gotta go and fix your mind to a state that you trust yourself so much that even when somebody tell you something that you're not 100% sure about, you already did the review on your mind, so you know I'm okay with everything. So nobody can try to shake you, right? So let's say if I'm not 100% sure about me and I have a business idea, I talk to somebody and they tell me, nah, this is not gonna work. And even if I end up still going with the business, it's gonna stress me for a second. I'm like, damn, is this really good? I'm gonna go back and reassess what I'm doing and stressing about it, and which is not needed. You know what I'm saying? But if I already know myself, I'm okay with everything I built so far, my character, everything. You know what I'm saying? I have a business idea you don't believe in. I trust myself enough to believe that this is something that can work. So I won't go in that slump of just being stressed. You know what I'm saying, for no reason, because somebody that I can't even look up to is telling me it won't work. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I just feel as I feel as on that topic, it could be a little different on everybody's end, because I feel as me personally, like at times I've heard people say, "Well, what you're doing is ignorant for you to do." I think what you're saying is it's not the smartest thing for you to say. A lot of people don't agree on it, but it's like that's where your braveness comes in and your wisdom. Like you got to understand that. Oh, no matter what they're saying is I could get this done. No matter if they're supporting, I'm gonna get it done. So it's like I understand it in a way what you mean, but it's like also it's weak minded people out here that like try to put others down,
But
and
it's
that
not.
actually gets people.
It's not.
Like
Sometimes,
no no no, going
yeah,
my
I was
fault.
gonna say, sometimes it's not weak minded. It's the people that let's say, for example, you're friends with somebody, because I'm not even gonna lie, I experienced this, right? You always have the ambition. You want everything. Like every time you don't want to come with the ideas, let's do this, let's do that. You trying to elevate. Like, but everybody is cool, but they say they want to elevate. They're not. They don't want to elevate. And you come with a business idea, and you tell them we all doing it, but they can see the potential. Right? It's big. It can be something. But if it becomes something, since you're the mastermind behind it, of course you're gonna take the light. You're gonna be the front line, right? And they don't want you to get all the shine, so they rather just say this won't work. Let's just leave it, and then none of us get anything. And then later on, you find out that, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? People do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But and
Mm,
also, on one number one thing is, once you get close to God and you get that confidence from God, you get that glow from light, right? For a glow from God. And you go in public places, the people that's not at your level, they hate on you. Like, it's normal. You go and random people that you don't even know is mean mugging you. And it's, I feel like, bro, once you with God, you just got, that's why God give you a lot of problems, a lot of pain, so you can learn, so you can get strong, because it's bound to happen. Notice that everybody that's great, there's a lot of people that hate them, and then those people are very powerful people, and you have to be strong, or else you're gonna go back to where you came from. And that's one of the things
that's
that, you know,
That's very true. I mean, a lot of people often say, "Oh well," like for example, atheist people. I often see, when I be on TikTok and I have time to be scrolling through it, I
Yeah,
see a lot of people say, "Well, if God was real, why is like all this bad stuff happening and this and that?" I see that and I'm like, it's very ignorant for people to think like that, because
yeah,
it's like you can't expect, for example, just example, right, scenario. So you can't expect to go to a food place, right, and ask for food, and if they don't like, if they don't give it to you because you're not trying to pay or whatever the case is, right, you be like, well, this is a very messed up person. This is why God doesn't exist, because they didn't let me get my way or anything. And it's like, it's not even like that. It's like some people, they do ignorant stuff and expect God to help them out, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Like
If you
they think everything bad that happens, it's like everything bad that happens in your life. Okay, at times it probably is God. At times it might not be. A lot of people, for example, they put in no work, but they expect results that are off the table.
yeah,
Like, how could you think that? Does
but it's
that
like
make sense? Like, it's
you.
like
Okay, I seen this
oh
online a
my,
lot. They were talking about the story of Job. God allowed him to be tested, right? So it's like, why did God allow him to be
right,
tested?
right.
And most Christians know that. But I have another example. Even when I was talking to Arnold, I gave him this example. I'm like, you ask God that you want to be a lawyer, right? A judge. You want to judge between people. You want to be a fair judge. And of course, everybody knows how to ask God. I will be the perfect one. I'll be fair. I will do all that when you're asking God, right? And then instead of God making you a judge right then and there, God give you problems. You walk out of your house, you see two people fighting, and then they ask you, oh, since you was the witness, what happened? And you always find yourself in trouble. You might get your face punched in one time, trying to break the fight, or trying to, I'm saying, people might hit on you. Why are you snitching on me and this, down the third? But that's what you ask God literally. You want it to be a job. So God is going to give it to you at a small scale, and you're going to keep graduating till you become the level that you've always been asking for if you don't give up. That's why giving up is a big thing in the path of God, because you always learn small, like from what you can handle to the level that you wanted. Because God can always get you up, but you have to deal with the problems. And I'm saying, let's say the first time you went out,
Right.
you was trying to be honest between these two people. They asked you, you can't say I'm not snitching. Like, what's the purpose? You want to be a judge, right? You have to. I'm saying, start doing your working over there and keep going, keep graduating. And
Right.
sometimes you might put a hit on your head, but you wanted this, so you have to take everything. And God is teaching you something. Because if you become a real judge and you judging between two rich people, they can kill you. You're not gonna fold over there, because you can't represent God bad, because God gave it to you. So you have to graduate. You have to know that I'm ready for whatever. And that's one of the things I have in my head. You can't just get the good from God. You have to get both. And the bad side is teaching you how to become better. So there's no losing.
Mm. Nah, that's actually so true. I feel as even me, I'm speaking for myself at this point. I ask God for certain stuff in my life. Me personally, I don't feel as it's nothing in this world that I can't accomplish that.
Facts.
Like if I put my mind to it, I could accomplish it. I know that without a doubt. But at times I ask God for certain stuff, but I'd be like, am I ready for what I have to go through in order to get there? If that makes sense, because I could say, well, yeah, God, I wanna I wanna have wisdom. I wanna be brave. But am I willing to do what it takes to be to
You
have
go.
wisdom and be
It's
brave?
like when God put you in a situation, the fact that you already know how to discern between the two thoughts, the right one and the wrong one, whether you want to or you ready or you're not. When God knows you can accomplish this, whether hard or easy, if God knows, He's gonna put you in that situation, and you're gonna have to take the right decision. And if you don't, the same situation is gonna keep coming, and you're gonna have to take the right decision. And I know this, for example. I know this for sure, because this one year, like last year, 2023, I went through 3 cars, and I'm on the fourth one right now. And my car keep breaking down within two months before I buy it. The engine keep blowing out. But it's like, at first I was getting stressed. I was getting negative. That's when I was fixing my mind, right? So I noticed that every time I think that, oh, what if this car break down? I'm gonna go back to square zero again. The fact that I'm thinking that, it happens every time. And then the car that I have now, I'm thinking, okay, this won't break. I don't care. I don't even care. I just drive. I don't care. But even though sometimes it's creeping in, it's like God is disciplining me to not focus on the negative. And I knew it. Since I knew that, I don't even care no more. But before, I used to sit there. I'm like, damn, if my car break down, now all the money I've been saving, I have to get a new one. Like, nah, bro. And mind you, it's not a bad thing, but I'm thinking, what if, what if? Even though it's negative, though, I can just think, oh, my car is good. I can think about positive thing, and they keep breaking down 3 times. So God, sometimes God's gonna teach you the hardest way, because you refusing, like you know what to do and you refusing, like you know what I'm saying. It's for my good. If I start thinking positive, not only that my car is gonna stay good, and I can think about something better, and then I can manifest that, I can get that. Like it's not just about the car, right? If I shift my mind to negative to positive, I can get more than just one car. I can get anything I want from God. So that's one of the things I went through.
No, I mean I can't. Man, that's actually a. I feel bad for you in that aspect because 3 cars. I mean,
Bro, I'm telling you,
cars are not cheap without a doubt.
you can actually brand too, bro. It's crazy. I buy it today within 2 months. It's like the same problem. It's like this is what scares me, bro. Even I'm African, so people think, oh, maybe somebody's doing voodoo to you. Like, nah. It's like the same thing, the same problem exactly, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's what I was going through.
Man, nah, I mean, yeah, you that's true. You really gotta be careful as to what you manifest, what you speak, because let's say example, if I say, nah, I can't do this, I can't
Yeah,
do it. 9 times out of ten, you won't be able to do it because of what you're speaking into existence. You're manifesting yourself. You're making yourself think that, like you said, you're programming yourself to think that you can't do something. So it's like, when you say certain things out your mouth, you got to be careful because you're manifesting and you're programming yourself to think that
yeah,
way,
yeah.
to
And
look
that's
at stuff that way. You know?
smart. You can see that's what they're doing to us, right? Let's say there's a new word that's popular again, like negative word in rap. Every single rapper is gonna put in their lyrics, right? Like slime started being popular. They put it whatever word is popular. Every rapper talk about it because they want us to get it. It's a message. They're just a messenger for the people that want to destroy us. Because I look at them as enemy. Like I would love God to make me the person that actually stand up for these people because I noticed that. Like I didn't even tell you this. I told this to Arnold, right? Before I started going on this path, I noticed my life because my whole life I was a good person. Like I told you, even when I was Blade, I wasn't talking too much with the coaches. Everybody loved me, but once I got to college, I started dabbling with the negative side. Like I started doing drugs and stuff like that, smoking and shit. And even when I was doing it, I know that's not me, but I know I'm the type of person I only fear God and all that. But even when I was doing it, for some reason, I was just thinking about God. I'm like, what if God just like what I'm saying, get out of my life right now? Like what I'm saying, I always thought that, and for me to stop it, it was hard, but it wasn't hard at the same time. But the moral of the story is basically, I forgot what I was going to say, bro. I'm thinking too much. Uh, yeah,
You
yeah.
can hear me because you lagged a little at the end.
But yeah, though, I was saying that basically the devil's gonna get you on the wrong side first, and then for that reason you're gonna go to the bottom because God is gonna take all the seeds that the devil planted in your life. That's when that's what I believe. I'm not saying this is fact, right? Like let's say since you've been following the devil for too long, not following the devil, but you've been falling into his trap for too long. You've been planting seeds of negativity, right? And then if God is trying to bring you on, He's gonna make sure all those negative things catch up to you. Like you know what I'm saying? Because if you plant something, it must come. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when you start walking with God, at the beginning everything goes bad, right? And if you look at most celebrities or people that are influential, most of them went through the bottom. They was homeless. They went down, right? Even Andrew Tate said that he was at the lowest. He was eating from trash, like Steve Harvey. Not to say that I don't know how they connected with God, but I'm just assuming most these famous people went to zero before going up. So I'm assuming since because I pay attention to my life, I analyze things, right? So I'm like, that means that when you was on this side that was not so great, God is gonna make sure you basically abort all them seeds that the devil planted in you that was negative, that was gonna produce bad fruits. So that's why you go to zero. It's not like God don't like you, but from zero, then you go up with God, and everything good just come. That's what I believe.
Right. No, I mean, without a doubt, you have to. It's not, oh, I want to or I can't. No, you have to. You have to go through something in order for you to have motivation. And for example, in order for you to go to the gym, it has to be a reason for you to want to do that. You might just want a better body. You might just have depression. You might just have something in your life going on that gives you motivation for you to do the stuff you're doing, It's like God won't just put you somewhere without putting certain obstacles in your life. Like
Yeah,
nothing in life is just given to you. You got to do something to earn everything, if that makes sense.
yeah. And one of the things that I do too is I always imagine there's another self of me, like another version of me, just watching and making sure I'm making the right decisions, right? So sometimes it help me, like you know what I'm saying. Let's say for example, I want to be an NFL player, for example, even though that's not what it is. But I'm making a decision. I'm working out every day, and the day I decide not to do something that's aligned with that, it's like I just because I like thinking a lot. That's what I do. I don't got no friends. Like I don't even need one. I just be in my car all the time thinking of ideas, new things. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm there, I just be like, damn, I didn't make this decision today. I didn't work out today, and then I just look at myself at somebody else's point of view, which is another me right here. So I can judge myself better because I only focus on me. Like my whole life, I decided not to focus on other people, only me, because I feel like if I could know me 100%, I can connect with people because we're all the same in a way. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, okay, I really mean that I wanted to be this? Nah, I'm lying to myself. I be hard on myself. Like, I'm like, if God don't give it to me, then I deserve it. Like, you know what I'm saying? God is doing his part. I'm not doing my part. So I always do that. And then I come to the conclusion. I'm like, I got to go do what I have to do right now. I don't care what time it is. So sometimes that's the type of stuff I be on.
No, I mean that just says that you're a disciplined person without a doubt. Cause
I
I
mean,
mean, even with me, I feel that at times I wouldn't say I'm lazy, but at times it's just I'm not as disciplined as I should be. You know.
I don't think I'm as disciplined as I am, but I feel like I knew that I learned the difference between the things that I really want and the things that I think I want. Like if I really want something, I'm disciplined about it. But I can just be like, oh, I need to go to the gym. But I don't really want that, like in my heart. You know what I'm saying? You know, when even the motivational speakers they tell you, do you really want it? How bad you want it? It's not you want it, but you don't want it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I knew the difference when I want something and when I don't want something. And I noticed that whenever I want something, I get it quick. Like even the podcast, I had a
Right.
podcast. It was looking good, but I don't have it no more because you know what I'm saying certain things happen. But that one, I wasn't ready for it. At that time, my car was messed up. Like you know what I'm saying, all that. So I made it happen in 3 days. I had to drive all the way to Virginia Beach to go pick up some parts and all that. I did all that just to do it because I'm like, damn. And that's when I noticed that I'm like, damn, I really wanted this. And I always say I want this, but I didn't work as hard. You know what I'm saying? I saw the difference. I saw the difference in my motivation when I was doing this compared to the other things that I thought I wanted. Because I didn't really want it. I thought I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's say, for example, your friend is making 100,000 doing IT, and you're gonna be like, okay, I don't mind making 100,000. Yeah, you probably want it, but you don't want it like that. But you probably want
Mm.
to spread the word for Jesus more. And that one, every time you're sitting, it's just like it always in your head. Like you can't stop. Like, what if I do this? Let me record my first video today. And then you know what I'm saying? It's like it's pushing you naturally. It's not just you trying to motivate yourself. It's like something inside of you is pushing. It's pushing you. That's what
Yeah.
happened to me with this videos and stuff like that. I never took myself doing this because I always think like my English is not that good. Like I don't know who's gonna listen and all that. But I just do it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
Mm.
do mistakes and I purposefully keep it there. I'm like, okay, I want people to come. Like I'm trying to get stronger. Like you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just do it like that. I just use my mind every day, bro. I just do things.
Wait. Repeat that. You cut off at the end. My fault.
Yeah, I think my Wi-Fi is tripping, but I was saying that I
Mm.
use my mind a lot. Like I just trick myself to put myself in situations where I have to learn things. So sometimes when I'm making my videos, I make mistakes, but I purposefully keep it there so people can just attack. I want to see the feedback from people. You know what I'm saying? To know how strong I am. I always, you know what I'm saying? I just play games.
Nah, that's without a doubt. I mean, I feel as with social media a little. I feel as I'm a little known around around my town, if that makes sense. I feel as it's a lot of feedback on the stuff that I do more than it is like for another kid. Like it's a lot of scenarios and stuff that I've been in that it's like, well, he did it. Why doesn't he get the same punishment or the same like feedback that I did? And it's because once again, everybody's different. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I can never think that, but I do know that I'm different from everybody, and not that that's a bad thing. It's nothing wrong with that, but it's
Yeah.
just sometimes people pick and choose like who they want, like who they want to like get feedback on, what they want to say to that person. So it's like you gotta how do I say it? You gotta be strong mind to understand that feedback it could get to you. I can't even lie.
Yeah. But it can get to you, but you get a certain part, it won't get to you. You just adjust from it. Cause I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I said pain is the biggest teacher. Like it will get to you, but it's because you never been through pain yet. Like real stuff. Like when you get to real stuff, bro, nothing affects you no more because you notice that nobody has your back. It's just you. Like nobody cares about you. It's just you. People only care about you when you make it. The people that you love, the people you was ready to die for, you will find out quick that nah, they like me. They don't. Of course, they don't want me to go to hell, but it's not what you thought. It's not the same for you. Like me, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go for you. But them, nah. If only you have something to offer, that's when they're with you. And that's what I have to find out in my life because I know my life. I'm different. Like I can believe that I'm not the same as people. Like even the way I grew up, like people call me alien. I don't. I'm just different. I'm always alone. Like I think different. I talk different. I don't like. I always was self aware. I was aware. Like I had this awareness about me since I can remember. Right. It's a different type. It's a different type of awareness. I always self reflect in a way that when I do something that's not me, I can't forgive myself. So I wasn't connecting with people, even family members. It was hard for me because I'm saying everybody hated me. So I was in my shell since a kid, like since a little kid. Everybody used to hate on me. Like I was the one that was odd out, even though I'm the firstborn in the family, but I was odd out. Like I'm saying, everybody disrespect me. Everybody just put me out. You can call it black sheep, whatever, but I was that, and I noticed that nobody's there. So now if I'm doing something, it's just me. Like
Mm. Now,
If,
I
if
mean,
so basically what I'm saying, if the people that you really ready to die for did it to you, if somebody else do it to you, you won't hit the same. That's why I believe basically.
hold on, give me a second.
Mm.
No, I mean that's very true. I mean, I actually like the fact that you realize this stuff, and to me, it doesn't sound like you're whining about it, because it does sound like you found a way to like get out your shell. You found a way to like deal with feedback. You found a way for all the stuff that happened in your life. Like it's I I wouldn't say that you like how do I want to word this? Basically, the stuff you just said. A lot of people they'll sit back and try to make excuses out of it, cry and this and that, and it's like a lot of people nowadays they're too weak minded, and it's more people that think like, oh yeah, it's hard for you to think like this. It's alright for you to take days off. It's alright for you to cry about life all day, whine about it, and be lazy. But it seems like you've gotten yourself to a point where you understand certain stuff and you know what you have to get done. Because it doesn't seem to me like you're whining about it. A lot of people, you use it as motivation more than you used it as
Exactly.
like.
Do bro. Whatever I don't feel like doing work, I just be like, okay, this person said that because I'm telling you, I went to a lot of stuff like you know what I'm saying, like things that I can't even talk about. But it's like I have endless motivation. Like whenever I don't feel like doing nothing, and one of them just crossed my mind, it's like game time. But I didn't have that mentality back then. I was just holding in. Like I was just, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I said, the greatest teacher is pain. I was never like this. I was probably the type, even if I don't complain as much as other people, I used to complain. I used to sit down like, I bet, just be in my car, bet. I don't know what to do. I just didn't know what to do, where to put my energy on, right? So it was hard for me to find out what to do. But as soon as I find something, I'm gonna put my energy there. I'm gonna put it there. I'm still in the same position. I want more to do because I feel like I'm capable of doing more. Like my mind is always moving. I got a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things to do, but it's just like I'm not in the position to do them yet. You know what I'm saying? Not like I'm not trying to make it happen because those I need some resources to do it, and I don't got it. That's why it's like, bro, my life is funny, bro. I don't
It's
even like asking people
every day.
because I've been alone my whole life. I don't even ask people for help. I can just be homeless today and then not tell nobody. I just be on my own. Like I'm cool with it. Like you know what I'm saying? Even my friends be saying like, "Come on, bro, you make us look bad." Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you making a big deal just to ask for help? I'm like, nah, I'm good. It's like I look at it like this. You have your life, right? You have your life, and God giving you tools to build your life. He gave me tools to build my life. If you're doing good, I'm not doing good. That's my problem. I don't want you to stop your building and try to help me because you're gonna be missing on yours. You got your family. You know what I'm saying? Not to say like that's literally what it is, but it's okay to help. Even God condemn us to help. But I just want everything to be on my plate. I need to figure it out myself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if God want to help me, He sent somebody in my life. I'm not gonna turn it away. But it's like I wanna be the one doing it as much as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I
That's
mean,
something like that.
that's brave for you to think like that, because you got to get done what you have to, like what you want to accomplish, what you want to get out of life. You got to get it done, like no matter what you're going through. Like, not that I'm saying, oh yeah, like nobody cares for you, this and that. Of course there's people out here that care about what you're going through, but it's like nobody's gonna sit here and cry for you their whole life. So
But
it's like It's like all the time you got to look at it like this. It's rather you get done what you have to get done, or somebody else will do it. You could sit here and cry about it and whine as much as you want. If you're not gonna do it, fine. Somebody else is gonna do it. So
And you're gonna get to a place. Of course, at first you're gonna look at it as a big problem. You're gonna get to a place where you're gonna be embarrassed to share your problems. Because imagine me sitting here telling you what I went through. I would look at myself like, am I crying about this? Like, after the interview, I'll be mad at myself. I'm like, okay, that's not big. Somebody's in the street right now sleeping. Somebody, like, it's like somebody's always going through worse. And I thought about it. I'm like, I never went through nothing anyways, bro. It's never went through something. It was always an experience. Like, I'm telling you, at first I was the type. I'm like, these people like hate me. Like I was mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at it like, damn, I can't even tell this to somebody that's open minded. Of course, somebody that's closed minded, you're gonna be like, oh, for real, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to feel bad for you. But if somebody that's smart, that's open minded, they even if they do that, they know it's oh, this nigga is not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I went through a lot of stuff that a lot of people can't go through, but I can't even talk about it. I'm gonna be embarrassed. I'm like, what am I doing? Bro? I'm grown. Like it's over now. I just gotta do what I got to do now. And also, I have a lot of people that's watching me. They want me to fail. That's literally saying it out their mouth. That's really you can see it. They want you to fail. So what I look like? It's not like you my motivation, but it's like you don't me failing don't have nothing to do, or me trying hard don't have nothing to do because you want me to fail. I'm just gonna do what I got to do. But you never see me fail because I give my everything is with God. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that God will never show my defeat to my enemy. So I just move like I move. I don't have to fight to make you feel like I'm not losing because I will always lose if I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I just don't get it with. I mean, with a lot of people my age. I mean, I even with grown ups and stuff because I see it throughout my family a little too. I don't get it why some people feel the need to see others like fail, to see others like, and instead of promoting what they're doing or helping them out, like understand and learn and comprehend, like they'll rather see you fail than see you succeed. And it's like I've tried to tell a lot of people that dislike me, like like I get it. You might not know me as a person, but you might know of me. It's like instead of trying to see me fail and you're just in your corner and I'm in mine, it's like at times you might just need to like get out of that like mindset, like, oh yeah, this person. Well, I don't like what they say. Well, I disagree with it. Well, what I think is right. It's like at times you need to try to put yourself in people's shoes and point of views and understand that, everybody has a different story. And it's like there's no need for you to try to see somebody's downfall. Cause it's like, what are you getting out of that, you know?
But I'm gonna tell you something, right? If it's your family member that's trying to see you down, it's because you already elevated past them. Because life is not just about materials, right? I can be broke. I can be homeless right now, right? Nobody cares about me. Nobody's hating on me because I'm at the lowest point. But I can also be homeless. But spiritually, I'm way above. When people see me, they don't have a choice but to look up to me because God have raised like put me up. And I'm saying, I don't know if you know that type. That's why people get hated on, right? I can be here right now. You can have more than me. Like you can have more materials than me. I don't have nothing. But when I come in the room, everybody hate on me. Not because I did something wrong. It's because this person been portraying this lifestyle. He made everybody believe that God have put him up here. That's why he got everything he got. Because these people have never seen the real one. And you broke. You don't have nothing. But God have put you at the right place. You there. And you come, he sees the attention you get. And people start noticing the difference between this one is the real one and this one is the fake one. That's why they hate on you because you messed up the whole operation. The fake life they're doing, you messed it up. So now you're the enemy. And you were like, what did I do to you? You notice that in school, the nerd ones, all these tough guys be coming and play with him. Oh, look at him, look at his shoes. He's wearing a Spider-Man hoodie. Not why are they hating on him if they're tough guy like they're in a different league than them? It's
Right.
because they see something brewing in them. That's why if your family member is hating on you, just know they see that God is gonna put you up or God have already put you up. You just don't know it yet. When you know it, yeah, you're gonna feel good when people hate on you because you know why they're hating on you. It's like it won't piss you off no more. That's one thing I thank God for because God gave me the understanding before because I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive, bro. Even when I talk to people, I can see like I have the ability to see your energy basically. If you even if you're thinking about negative about me, I can already understand. I'm like I can adjust from it. Like I know what it is. So that's why it's hard for people to be around me because they be embarrassed the next time they come around because I know what they're doing and they can feel the vibe that I know. And then The next time they want to avoid me, they want to avoid. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't got no friend. I'm cool with it. Like, actually, I'm stingy with my energy because I noticed that everybody that be coming, they're trying to mess you up. They're trying to put you down a little bit more. They're trying to make you shrink a little bit more. And since I decided, like, mind you, I wasn't like this the whole time. I literally turned this year. Like, I knew who I was, but I was making myself lesser so I can fit in with my friends. Not like I'm a follower type, but I just want to make it comfortable around them. The few friends I
Right.
had, I want. But I decided to
So,
be on my own. Now I'm going to be big. And now people just look at you from far. Why you think you're old? I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm okay with it, though, bro.
so let me ask you something. What do you feel as made you like snap that like, oh yeah, well,
Too much.
this is who I need to become in
It's
like a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple years. You know, it takes time to become great.
uh,
You know, you can rush good things.
that's what I'm saying. And God put me in that position. I'm not gonna say something. Pain is number one, but God purposely did that for a reason. And God showed me things that, like, my own family, like, you know what I'm saying, like the people that you really thought, like, if I would have made it last year, these people, I'm gonna be praising them, like, these my number one. These are the people that's coming with me. Those are the people that started showing you things. I'm like, whoa, like, now I'm glad I didn't make it because I want to see more now. So God's plan is always the best. And me, I like thinking a lot. Even though it might not be accurate, but when I see something, I'm like, whoa, so God is doing this for a reason. These people used to now disrespect me. Now they're disrespecting me. For what? Oh, these people, because I was never broke, bro. I was making money. But as soon as I decided to be with God, like, it's like broke now, like no bread. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my car keep breaking down. Like, I can't even get ahead. And then now I see people. I'm like, whoa, I like this. I used to get mad. I used to like have anger issues. I used to like swing up. I used to do things. You know what I'm saying? I used to just do things, but I'm like, nah, I'm calm. Like, you can disrespect me. I'm just gonna say that because I know what I'm guarding. I'm fighting a different fight that you don't understand. I fight you
Right.
spiritually, just physically, right? Because if you're negative and I'm being positive and you want to fight me and I know I can beat you, and I let's say I fight you, I knock you out, I'm still losing because I turned negative for a second. So everything I've been building is just collapsing. I have to restart again. So I don't want to fight you. I just be let, bro. I take the
Nah,
L.
go on.
Yeah, I take the L. You think I'm taking the L? I take the L, but the real smart people, for example, you would know I didn't take the L because you can read it. I can understand you ahead. You can understand. But let's say everybody else that's low minded, they're gonna think that you lost. Let's say, for example, you at your school and somebody's trying to disrespect you. They're calling you all these names. If you really use what God gave you, like the wisdom that you have right now, you won't fight. But it's not like you're scared because you can look at him a certain way, and you know he lost the fight already. That's why even MMA they stare before they fight. You know who's winning. Most likely, the person that won the staring contest is the one winning. So you do that to him. You look at him, you know, like, you don't want to do this. Like, I know why I'm stopping. He know because he knows both of y'all know. And the people over there, just because he's being loud about it, they're gonna make you feel like nothing. But they know what's going on too. They see that you're representing God, right? You're a good person, you're positive. And if you fight, you're losing. They just want you to fight. Even if you win, you're still losing. So
Mm.
people just want to see your downfall. That's why when you're in this position, God put you there and you have that glow on you, like you're doing right, you're trying to be, you would think that even people when people's clapping for you, it's not clapping for you. Don't trust nobody. Don't I'm telling you, bro, the people that's clapping for you, they want you to do something that's gonna put you down a notch. It's always like that. There's no such thing people praising you when you're beating them. It's like we're in a race. We're all in the same race, and I'm beating you, and you're not gonna clap for me. It's only few people that will clap for you. It's your dad and your mom, and most likely 100% it's your mom. Sometimes even your dad can compete against you, but
Without a doubt.
those are the only two people you can be like, I bet whatever they're clapping for is true. Everybody else, I don't care if I'm your best friend, even though I try my best not to dwell in hatred and envy. And I'm saying I can feel it, but I won't act up on it. But everybody might not be the same as me trying to work on their hatred and everything. And mind you, it's a big thing. You tell me your big project. I say, oh wow, that's good. And I look at you bad. That bad energy that I send can affect you. Even though I don't mean to, it can affect your things. That's why you gotta do things alone. And that was my problem. Because I think I have a good heart. I believe I have a good heart. I'm always open. When I trust somebody, I trust them. I tell them everything. And I noticed that every time I tell somebody something, it don't work. Nothing works. But when I do it alone, it works. And I can't even do things alone because it's like when I'm really trusting somebody and I'm open around somebody, it's like it just comes out. I can't stop myself.
You
But
just you just feel the need to tell them. You know.
Hmm.
Now, go on. I was just saying, you just feel the need to tell them because it's like I could agree with you on that because me, I feel as the past year was like I had a lot of goals and I knew deep down I could really accomplish them, but
Yeah.
a lot of people, well, I wouldn't even say a lot of people. It was one of my teachers. She told me, she was like, you keep saying out loud your plans, and you have people around you that like they're just around you to know what your next step is. They're not here to like help you win. They're just here to see what you got going on next.
Yeah.
So it's like that's without a doubt. Like when you go around telling everybody your plan and stuff, you're gonna ruin it for yourself eventually.
Yeah. Whether
I,
they
I had
whether
to learn
they do
that.
anything, they try to mess it up or not, the fact that they're sending that bad vibe is already powerful enough to mess it up. That's what they call evil eyes.
They
Just
called it what, evil lie?
yeah. Do you know what evil eye
Mm.
is?
Now elaborate on that.
Basically, in my religion, even not my religion, evil eye is universal. Everybody knows about it. But in my religion, evil eye is when you tell your friend or somebody that you love about your dreams or something that you wish to do, and they don't say that, mashallah. Basically, they don't say that. Basically, if God allow you to do, like they don't praise God about it. Like they say, okay, that's good. Like you know what I'm saying, and they say something that refers to God. Okay, may God make it easy for you or something like that. Or they just laugh, but in their heart they're sending you bad energy. They're saying, "Oh, why does he think he's?" You know what I'm saying? When they do that
Mm,
alone, that energy is powerful enough to mess your business up. So it's like
right.
sometimes they can laugh. You can see them. Oh, these people who like the best. They want the best for me, but they already did the damage without you knowing. And some people evil eye is more powerful than others. So that's why even in religion they tell you not to tell people your plans. Just keep to yourself. Even Prophet Joseph, right? Joseph, you guys know him, right? Joseph, he told his dad that he had a dream that the moon, sun, and prostrated to him, and his brother put him in. His brother almost killed him.
Right, right.
Very high up in a king or something. So it's
Mm,
like you're not supposed to tell. Mind you, that's his brother, blood brothers. You're not even supposed to tell him. You're supposed to just keep your things alone. So
mm,
it's like we have a lot of references in the religious books that you're not supposed to share your plans because I think that's the problem with me. I feel like I can how sometimes you feel like you already accomplished something, you're just waiting for God to just reveal it, boom, and then you can
right.
feel it, you have it already. I be having those experiences a lot, but I never get it because I noticed that I think evil eye is working, but I don't let that stop me. I'm like, bro, if you want, I don't want to say this, bro, because it sounds silly, bro. All right,
Say what is it? What is it?
basically, you know how me, I'm the type of person I like learning about spirituality. I like learning about things. Even I like watching people that used to do like these demonic worships. I really want to understand it, how they work, so I can just know I can bet. Because I feel like one day I'm gonna be the type of person that stand up against these things. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
I be into that sometimes. I be watching them. So one time I learned that they say when you walk into a spider web, a cobweb, right? Like you know how sometimes you walk and the spider web just hits you in your face. I don't know if you ever had that.
mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, you're like impossible. That can't be here. Like you know what I'm saying? A lot of people been walking. I'm walking. Why is it on my face?
Mm-hmm.
And they explain that means that there's witches that's stealing, that's attacking you, that's stealing your blessings, like that's stealing your stuff. And me, I pay attention to my life. I pay attention to my life to the deepest level, even the smallest change I can tell, right? So this around the time I was close to God. I'm praying for things like I can already see the thing that I want every day when I go out. It's like I can feel it when I close my eyes. I feel like it's right here, and then boom, I get out of my car. I feel that thing in my eyes. The next day, I feel it in my eye. The next day, I'm walking out. Every single day, I can predict that I'm walking into the cobweb today. And then right when I walk into it, I be praying. I be doing my prayers. I'm like, whatever y'all doing, I'm gonna keep doing it. But because I know if I'm close to God, nothing can stop me. So I'm gonna just keep doing it. Y'all can do your things, and let's do it. I'm the type of person. I'm not really. I got out of the fear part, right? I can really sit here and say that if you're really a demonic person or something that's trying to hinder my life and mess my life up, show yourself. Let's do it. If you kill me, you kill me. If you don't, if I kill you, then I'm your problem. My problem is gone. So if you don't want messing me up, let's just show ourselves face to face and let's do whatever you want instead of just staying the hidden and do things on the low. You know what I'm saying? It sounds crazy, but that's what it is, bro. I don't care what it is. If you're a demon, let's do it. And I be having
Mm.
crazy. crazy dreams too, like fighting demons and stuff like that. But oh,
Nah, in a way, I understand what you mean because it's like, yeah, at times, for example, it's like late nights and I get paranoid, like, oh, it's dark, like demons and spiritual stuff like that. It kicks into your head. But then it's like, I personally, me, I wouldn't say, oh, yeah, well, like, I know who I am. Like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not afraid of you. But what I do know is I follow Jesus Christ. So it's like, you don't scare me because of who I believe in. Does that make sense?
yeah, for sure. That's the
Like,
same thing. Like, why am I being scared for? Like, they're actually scared of you. Like, if you really have that connection with God, like, because you a light being. Like, if you believe in God, you have light in you, and they're scared of light. Light to them is fire. You know what I'm saying? That's why you guys can cast them out easily because you put the light on them, you shine the light on them, and then they can't take it. So
right.
yeah, you just gotta stand firm. But if you're scared, they win it because they want to make you believe you're scared. Then they can manipulate you. But I used to be scared, like of course, like everybody else. But I'm like, why am I scared? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
My
Yeah,
whole life,
at some point in your lifetime, it's like with any topic, not just religion. It's like you more so like because at times you could communicate with somebody or somebody could communicate with you, but it's not about what they're telling you, how they're saying it. It's like how you comprehend it. You understand?
yeah,
Because it's like with religion, it's like you could read like a phrase in the Quran, the Bible, whatever you practice or believe in, and it's like you might believe some
your
you
mom is
might believe you might believe something totally different from that script. Like it might say like, for example, all things are possible through God is something I live by, right? You could possibly think, oh yeah, well if all things are possible through God, then I'm gonna get rich, or you could do this or you could do that. If I read that scripture, I could possibly believe, well, if all things are possible through God, I could fly, I could do this, I could do that. So it's like it's more so you comprehending stuff more than you like like how do I say it? More
you
so you comprehending them.
for face value or something.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a lot of stuff I don't comprehend it, but it's like I try to understand what they're saying to me. You making sense out of it?
Basically, you saying that like you can see one word in the Quran or Bible, but there's more. There's a whole meaning behind it.
Exactly, exactly.
There is like, and the thing is, I find out, but like I'm telling you, when you get close to God, there's ways like God can communicate to you that it's gonna blow your mind. I remember sometimes there was a time where I was so vibrating so high, like it was crazy. Like I can just be like, God, I know my life is confusing right now. I want to go through my phone. I want to scroll through my phone. I want you to just show me something that will tell me the position that I'm in right now. I mean, I scroll through my phone, I see something, a video, like it touched me, like out of nowhere, like watch it, and then I watched it. It was about your parents, right? Because around that time, basically, that's when I decided I wasn't going to go get my bachelor's. I was just going to get my associate. I'm not getting my bachelor's. I don't care about this school stuff. So my parents was not happy. You know what I'm saying? But the video I saw was talking about you gotta apologize to your parents and this, not the third. And then I was feeling stressed for no reason because I be paying attention to my life. I know when something's not right. And then as soon as I watched that video, it's like God is forcing me to call my friends and apologize. And I did. Right when I did, it's like I felt my heart feel different. Like I felt some new type of energy that was different. As soon as I talked to them and I hung up, it's like I was just smiling and like I was just smiling for no reason. It was like I had something
You felt joy
miraculous
inside
that
of
was,
you.
you know what I'm saying, huh?
You felt like joy. You feel
Yeah,
like
I joy. Like I'm like, damn. So it's as little as this. Sometimes that's why I do that all the time. Like, I'm like, if you have faith, why not use your faith, right? Like, let's say for example, God is saying, even you Christian,
hear
like,
me?
oh yeah, but
Yeah, I started tripping.
I was saying that in the Christian books that I saw it that it's saying that the size, the faith size of a mustard seed can move mountains. So that means the currency of the light of this earth is faith. God wants you to believe in Him, right? So if I have faith and I believe I have abundance of faith, right? I believe in God a lot. Why don't I use my faith? And that's the mistake we do. All of us. We think, oh, God gave us these abilities, so we have to do it on our own. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna be hard. You can't do it on your own. And then God is telling you the faith of a mustard seed can move mountains. I can just use some of your faith to move mountains. That's when I started to this. I'm like, whoa. So everything I've been doing, I've been trying to do it myself. Like you want to make videos, you want to make sure the video is the best. You know what I'm saying? Even though you should put your effort, your maximum effort in whatever you do, don't forget it has to be second to your faith. You know what I'm saying? And for you to use your faith, of course, you have to use it on a godly way. So all you have to do, use your faith. You want to be an NFL player, be like, okay, if this NFL thing is gonna get me to my destination, the real destination that God got me on earth, like spread the word and bring people to the thing, I believe God is gonna put me there. Use your faith, and then just take your action. If it is, God is gonna show you that you should chase it. If not, you're gonna see the momentum switch in your life. You don't really feel the NFL no more, and that's what happened to me. Like I had my mindset just changed out of nowhere, and I can't say that I did it. I don't want the credit for it because God did it. Like before I came here, I swear to God, the last day before I stopped doing the THC and all that, um, I told myself I wasn't gonna stop because I was with my friends. Like they all wanted to stop. I'm like, I'm not stopping. And right when I said that, the next day I came, I was done. It's like God took it out of my life. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's just gone. And then my life just started changing. Like I wanted to be alone more. I was just alone, and I started having these crazy encounters. That's when I asked God to show me something that would change my life, that would change my disturbed. Like I was disturbed inside, and that's when I called my dad and my mom, and everything was good. And it's like God was leading me somewhere, and I started understanding, and I let go of all my plans that I had. And people saying, "Oh, you a bum, this, that, and the third," because I had crazy business ideas that was everybody wanted to join this, that, but I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that no more. I started to see like you say, you know the difference between the two, and I started to see something else is guiding me to something. I don't know what that thing is. I still don't know what that thing is 100%, but I'm letting go of everything. Basically, surrender to God. And I'm not even gonna lie, this was the hardest thing for me to do, bro. Even
Mm.
today, I be thinking, if my dad called me right now, what's your plans? I don't have a solid thing to tell him, but I do have something to tell him, but he's not gonna take that serious. But I'm like, I don't want him to ask me that. So it's like I'm following God, and God wants you to stay in the unknown because if I want to create something, my mind is not big enough to know all the possibilities. I only know a few. And that might not be the best thing for me. So you have to let God guide you. And you can see it. Like it's like if you mindful enough, you understand enough, you at a level where you know when God is speaking, yeah, you know what you're doing. It's hard, but it's hard, bro. Like, and mind you, you quit. If you quit, you in the middle of a wilderness, you don't know what's next, and you lost. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people. They quit before they get to the destination.
Right. That's without a doubt. I mean, let me ask you this: like you said even in the beginning, you said like the people you tell your stuff to and how they could sabotage what you do or whatever. Like, let me ask you this: do you believe? Because this is what a lot of people say to me, but I don't believe it. But they say who you hang around is who you eventually become. Like, do you believe that's true?
Yeah, yeah, you might not become that because I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I say yes, but and a no at the same time because I'm gonna say no because you said that you don't believe that, and I know I can assume that why you said that, and that's the same thing with me. I was hanging out with people, I wasn't like them, but it was rubbing on me, right? It's like you riding your motorcycle in the dirt, and you're wearing all white. You can't expect to get out of that dirt without your shirt getting muddy, bro. And I'm saying dirty, so it's like you don't want to be there. Why be with them? So you cutting your race longer. You making it longer. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, without a doubt, you're basically trying to say that like the habits they have going, eventually they're gonna catch on to you. Is that what you're trying to?
Even if you don't really know it, it's there. I promise you, it is there. Let's say, for example, you come around five of us, right? You're the sixth one, and then whenever we talk, we say like,
Oh, let
yeah,
me let me. My fault to interrupt you. Could you give me a second, real quick?
yeah, yeah.
All right, thank you. My fault. I just had to switch spots because my phone was about to die.
Yeah, you good, bro. I mean, we can stop it whenever you're ready, bro. Actually,
All
so
right, all right,
we can do a part two whenever. Like it's not a big deal. I'm not. I'm always available. But
all right,
what I was saying though, let's say for example, I take an example on you. You used to come to my truck with Ibrahim, right? Like
right.
let's say you had things that you wanted to work on. Yeah, you can say it was my break time. I can just hang out with my friends, but you could have been doing something else with that time. So it's like, even though sometimes you can be busy doing your work, or let's say Ibrahim being a good friend to you, and then he's stranded somewhere, and he has to, Carlos, can you pick me up in your car? Like I can't get out no right now. Like I'm really struggling. It's like you might be busy, but you're gonna be like, oh, this is my real friend. Like, let me just do it. So it's like sometimes it's not just about the bad influence. It can be good, it can be genuine, but it's still stopping you from something. Like,
Mm.
like I told you, the first example I gave you, right? I had this experience. Like, yeah, you bring a business idea on the table, and you know you might need some people to do it with, and you tell your friends to do it, and then they don't do it. They say, yeah, let's do it, but they sabotage it. They keep playing it off and then calm you down, and you guys is always busy doing things, but in the back of your head you thinking they're taking as serious as you, but they're not. You come back again, like, what happened to the plan? And then they keep, you know what I'm saying? So they're messing you up. You could have just done it yourself, and that was my problem. I always thought I had to do things with other people, and they say no, not because the business is not great, but because they don't want you to overshine them. So
Mm.
anything can happen. It's like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. If anybody tell you that if you be around people and you can still get out and do your real thing in the world, you could. There's everything. There's a possibility in everywhere, but I'm telling you, they're lying. Your best bet is to be alone. That's the only time God is gonna get you to a destination, because you can never bring other people along. And right now, I'm alone. Like I don't talk to nobody, and sometimes I be feeling like my friends be thinking that I'm thinking I'm better than them, but I'm okay with that. At this point, I'm not trying to please nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm behind. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have some catch up to do. I have some work to do. I've been delaying myself. I don't blame God for it. I blame myself, because I could have been doing this a long time ago and I didn't. So now that I want to do it, it's like I have to go through everything that I didn't go through. This is another example. God have a unique path for me, right? Like unique. Nobody else is walking the same path as me. I have mine. And for me to navigate that, I have to follow God. You know what I'm saying? I can't just find that way and just go. So every step I make, let's say I get to a turn, I can't turn till I decide, God, where am I going? God tell you. So you have to obey or not obey. If you obey, you go to the right path. If you don't, you go to the left one. So I have my unique path. And then, mind you, I follow it to a little bit and I stop. And I start hanging out with the crowd while people talk about the music and society. Mind you, I'm 30. That's how I turned 30 now. I only took 5 steps on my real path. God is not going to put me there because I have 30. I'm 30 in the world, and then the step that I took is not equivalent to 30 years of steps. So I'll have to come back to the 5 steps and to back where I stopped and go. I can't. God won't let you skip no steps. So it's like the fastest way you can follow your steps, the fastest way you can succeed in life. That's how I have to understand. And I'm like, what? I don't want to be rich when I'm 50. I don't want to be rich when I need to do it now. It's not just about money. Riches to me, it's not just money, because I believe me, my riches is freedom, and freedom is what I'm seeking. You know what I'm saying? So people, that's why me and some of my family members, we don't get along. They think you gotta chase the money, you gotta get a job, and this, that, and the third. Even though I want money, but it's like I can't. I have to be free. Like God gave me the eyes to see freedom, so I have to taste that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just allow myself to be a prisoner. So that's my idea.
So
But
basically,
you can't. Don't allow nobody to take you off your race, off your track. Because if you get out, you stopped it right there. You're running an unnecessary track, and whenever you decide to come back to God, you have to go back to exactly where you stopped and go back. And you don't want to be old and come back and do, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take you longer. So just go with it. When you make it, you can be free.
mm,
That's my analogy. That's what I believe.